Have you ever had to split cookies with your sibling? It's like you get this piece, I get that piece. Now it's fair. Guess what? Solving this math problem is just like that. We're gonna split big math into smaller pieces, then solve it step by step. It's called factoring, and it's way easier than it sounds. So, we've got a magic math rule that if something times something equals zero, then one of those things has to be zero. This is called the zero product property, or ZPP for short. This rule helps us solve problems fast, like a math expert. So there are three steps to do this. The first step is make sure one side is equal to zero. It's just like put all your ingredients or numbers on one plate. Step number two, split the parts or factor it. Like you break the cookie into two smaller cookies. Step number three, use ZPP. Set each part equal to zero, then solve. So we have x squared minus 7x equals 0. So basically, it might look scary, but don't worry. Let's break it down. Before we can do anything, we ask, is one side of the equation equal to 0? Yes, absolutely. It already says equals to 0. So the next step is, can we factor the left side? Oh, it happened to 0. The left side of our equation. So what do both parts have in common? So we see two terms. The first term is x squared, which is x times x. And the second term is negative 7x, which is negative 7 times x. Do they both have an x in them? The answer is yes. So we pull out x like pulling out a common toy from a toy box. This is called factoring. So let's write the left side using that common x. So we have x times x minus 7 equals 0. Because x times x, that is x squared. X times negative 7, that is going to be negative 7x. Now we have this particular format. Time for our rule, the ZPP. It says if something times something equals 0, then one of them must be 0. So it's basically just splitting them up. So we have x, okay? We have x that is equal to 0. And then x minus 7, this part, that is also equal to 0. So one of the solution is 0, and the other one, we have to find the x, okay? We have to isolate the x. So basically, we have to add 7 both sides. So adding 7 both sides, this will cancel out, and then the remaining would be x equals 0 plus 7. That's going to be 7. And that is another solution. Okay, so we want to get x by itself, so we add both sides, and that's it. We did it. The two solutions are x equals 0 and x equals 7. That means x can be 0 or 7, and this equation will still work. Okay, so let's proceed to the next problem. So our example number 2, we have 25x squared plus 10x plus 1 equals 0. Okay, kiddo, here we go. Let us check if one side is 0. So look at the equation. The answer is yes, right? One side is already 0. That's good. We're ready to go. The next step would be, let us try to break it into two parts. Now we want to split this big thing into two smaller parts, like cutting a pizza in half. So look at 25x squared plus 10x plus 1. And this one is special. It's a perfect square. So it turns out, it turns into 5x plus 1 times 5x plus 1. Go ahead and check using FOIL method if this binomial, when you multiply it on another binomial, that is this trinomial. So let us check. 5x times 5x, that is 25x. Okay, so the outer side, 5x times 1, that is 5x. And then inner 5x times 1 or 1 times 5x, that is going to be 5x as well. And 1 times 1, that is 1. So the answer is correct. So this is the factor of this basic trinomial. So this is a perfect square trinomial. So we use the ZPP. If two things multiply to make 0, so one of them must be 0. So basically, the first one we have 5x plus 1 that is equal to 0. This one that is equal to 0. And the other one we have 5x plus 1 equals 0. So I think they are the same, right? So let's get x by itself. So we have to subtract 1 both sides. Okay? So this one is cancelled. So the remaining would be 5x equals negative 1. And isolating x from the left side, we must divide both sides by 5. So the answer would be x equals negative 1 over 5. Okay? So the result would be the same to this equation because they are the same, right? So the x here, or our solution, is negative 1 over 5. Now, let's proceed to the next problem. So we have 18x squared minus 39x equals 15. Now, let us observe once again. So let us move everything to one side. So we don't want 15, that 15 on the right. So let's move it to the left. Just subtract 15. Okay, on both sides. So we have 18x squared minus 39x minus 15. And the right side would be 0. Okay, so it's time to split again. This one turns into 6x. So we have 6x plus 1 times 3x minus 15 equals 0. So when you factor this one, so we have 6x plus 1 times 3x minus 15. And finally, we use the ZPP. And we have 6x plus 1 equals 0. And the other one, we have 3x minus 15 equals 0. And the answer would be, we subtract 1 both sides, 6x equals negative 1. And dividing both sides by 6, giving us x equals negative 1 over 6. Okay, so let's find out the other one. We have to add both sides, 15. And then the remaining would be 3x equals, this one is cancelled, 0 plus 15, that is going to be 15. Dividing both sides by 3 to isolate the x, the answer would be x equals 5. And that's it. That's it. Okay, that would be our final answer. Okay, you did it. You just learned how to solve tricky math problem by breaking them into smaller pieces or smaller, easier pieces. What did we do? Let's go over the easy peasy steps one more time. Step 1, make one side 0. If the equation doesn't have a 0, move stuff around it until it looks like something equals 0. So, step number 2, we break it into two parts. This is what we call factoring. Look for a way to split the big chunk into smaller pieces, like x times x minus 5 equals 0. This part is like finding two puzzle pieces that fit perfectly. And use number 3, use ZPP rule. If two things multiply to make 0, then one of them must be 0. So we say x equals 0 or x minus 5 equals 0 to x equals 5. That's our answer. Okay, so that is for today. We move on to our next level. See you in our next lesson.